Alright, what's going on, guys? Trev back again, here to bring you another video. This one's going to be doing a sort of video review, or kind of just giving my thoughts on part of the Walking Dead Season 5 premiere, specifically the post-credit scene. I can't say it enough, major spoiler warning. Okay, so I can't stress how big of a spoiler warning. Now, that said, I did use a particular type of thumbnail for this one in the top 5, but you can't tell from the thumbnail exactly who it is. There's no way to tell for sure. There isn't. So that's to explain that. Now, I try to avoid spoilers, that type of thing. But I kind of expect people that are watching the channel are huge Walking Dead fans, not like your average fans, like people that love the series. And for a premiere, most of those people wouldn't miss an episode, especially at this point, knowing how good the premiere was going to be and how good the episodes are. I kind of expect everybody to check it out. Granted, that does cause some problems for people in the UK and that kind of stuff, so I still try to avoid it. That said, I'll use a generic title. That way I don't get any particulars. But major spoilers, yes, the return of Morgan. So, man, this for me was like, okay, like I did my top 5, and there was a lot of highlights from the episode, but in terms of like the longevity, in terms of like the future of the series and the future of season 5, dude, this is by far the thing I am most excited for The Walking Dead season 5. AMC did an incredible job of keeping this under wraps. I get somewhere in the neighborhood of 50 to 200 comments a day in the channel. Probably about 100 of those on average, let's say, are Walking Dead comments on different videos and stuff like that. And I try to review them for the most part. I mean, I can't review them all, otherwise I wouldn't make videos. I'd be sitting here all day just reviewing comments. But I wouldn't get any videos done. But I see things, and I hear things, and up until this point, until the release of the episode, I haven't heard anything about Morgan. I mean, we've been wanting him to come back for a while. We've been talking about it, thinking about it. I was hoping we'd see him season 4. Didn't happen. I actually predicted season 5 that I didn't think we were going to see him, because we went through all season 4 thinking he was going to return, and he didn't. So this one to me was a pretty big surprise when we actually did see it. Now, I didn't mention in the review, because when I had done the review initially, I had gotten up to the credits and I had figured it was over, and I shut it off. So once I did post the review and everything like that, I started seeing, as I was creating, writing up my description and everything, I was like, what? So I went back, looked, and, right after I had filmed it, when I was uploading the video and all that and doing everything I do, because it's kind of a rush for me to try to get the review up as soon as I can, because it's late at night, people are going to bed, and I want to get it out for the you guys, subscribers, before you go to bed. So I didn't check it out until after. Then I went back and watched it and was like, oh my God, that's awesome. So for me personally, it wasn't the best in terms of the delivery. It was my fault, though. It's just that they've never really done that before. I don't recall them ever putting, post-credit scenes. But this one was a good one to start doing it, kind of like a movie style. If you go to see, a Marvel movie in theaters and you see something after the credits that relates to something else. Upon like 5th viewing of this one, because I watched this clip over and over again to do this video, and also just for my own interest, we can see that Morgan is clearly at the same spot where Rick wrote no. So no sanctuary. So he is like right on their trail. Like he is like, unless there's a time skip, which I'm not sure, because they've been using the then word and stuff like that. So I'm not exactly sure timing wise how that all chronologically works out. I'd have to look at it more in detail, but it seems to me he is like right on their tail. Like he's close by, tracking them, probably trying to find Rick. Maybe he went to the prison, he saw that the prison was overrun, and he's just kind of looking for Rick. He doesn't know anybody in the zombie apocalypse, and at this point he could, he could be just looking for Rick to want to see Rick again, because that's like his only friend, really, that he knows in the zombie apocalypse, and someone that's helped him out and, checked on him and saw how he was doing when no one else in the world did. Even though Rick did need supplies and stuff, but still, he might be one of the only connections that Morgan really has. So it could be that, or could he be affiliated with the Hunters in some way or something like that? It's possible, but I don't think so, and I certainly hope not. I mean, if they're going to go, they said they're going to go along with the comic book series, so that would mean that Morgan, should be a good guy, should be joining the group, and should be there, man. I mean, that for me is like awesomeness, because every scene we see Morgan in, Lennie James steals the show. He absolutely steals the show. He's one of the best actors in The Walking Dead. He's one of my favorite actors, period. His performance in Clear, I mean, even in the beginning, the first episode of The Walking Dead, he's like, the guy's amazing, man. He's really, really amazing. I love the character of Morgan. He's like my favorite character out there in The Walking Dead that's not a part of our core group. Like my favorite one that's kind of an off character that we don't get to see very often. That goes from like any of the other characters outside of Rick's immediate group, even the bad guys and stuff. Morgan for me is my favorite, so pretty much out of all of them. So man, I'm really excited to see what they do with him in Season 5. I can't wait to see what happens with him. I did in my predictions video say that I don't think we're going to see him in the second episode. And, it could just be me being kind of pessimistic. I hope we see him every episode. I just doing a prediction. I don't think we will. It's kind of like one of those things where we see him so like little that I'm wondering, are they at some point going to include him as a series regular and just add him to the group and have him be in the show permanently? Because that's what I want. I hope AMC, I hope that's what they've done here. Now we can't say for sure at this point, but I hope they get they pay him, pay the guy, pay Lennie James, get him in there every episode. I want to see Morgan all the time. I want to see where this guy has been and what's been going on with him being alone for so long. And he's the type of character that could be as badass as someone like Carol is now, or Merle was, or Daryl, or Rick, or any of the others, or maybe even more so, because he's been totally had to take care of himself 100% all this time, and has done it, obviously, because he's still alive. So yeah, in terms of the return, in terms of how awesome it is when he took off that mask and everything, I was just like, oh my goodness, oh my gosh, that is so awesome. Those of you guys who have been watching the channel for a while that have seen my reviews up to Season 3, you know that Clear is one of my top favorite episodes, one of my top. And the fact that he's back, man, I hope we see as much of him as possible. And I really feel like Season 5 is off to the best start a season has gotten off to after just the first episode. After the first episode of Season 3, Season 2, 1, 4, we had some great premieres. The Season 2 premiere probably the best up to this point. But I felt like this one was even better. Even better premiere. Just absolutely amazing, incredible stuff. And I hope we see Morgan next episode. I hope we see him like every episode. I really hope we do. I don't think we will. I really at this point don't really know what they're doing with him. And I certainly hope he's a good guy and he's not on the wrong side or something. That would just not be cool. He is fearsome though, so that does kind of make sense. But it doesn't seem like it. Seems to me like he's just trying to find Rick. Maybe been tracking them for a while, trying to figure out where they've gone and stuff, still looking for them. So yeah, I mean, that's pretty much all I got to say for this one. It was just an incredible reveal, an incredible moment for my favorite TV series of all time, one of my favorite characters. Can't wait to see what they've got in store for us for Season 5 at this point. Just hoping and thinking right now, this will probably be the best season of The Walking Dead ever. At least it's off to the best start. So let me know what you guys think about all of that. If you missed my review, check the channel. If you missed my predictions video, check the channel. If you're new and you want to subscribe, it's a good idea. Get videos like this every day in your subscriber feed. All you have to do is subscribe. And that's pretty much all I got to say for this one. So please do me a favor, guys. Please thumb it up. If you want to help support the channel, please share it. Please favorite it. And I'll see you tomorrow for probably going to do comparison between The Walking Dead No Sanctuary premiere and Too Far Gone to answer the question, what is the best episode of The Walking Dead ever up to this point? So, call it here. That's it for this video, guys. See you for the next one. As always, it's Trev. Saying peace.